Boy, Restream is having a referral contest, whatever that is. YouTube says we're offline. Let's check out Twitch. It's suddenly getting really warm.
Oh, have you seen
Whatever that.
the Zen Watch 3 from Asus?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god, does that thing look sexy?
I'll Google it here. Alright, so we were talking about your Steelbook collection.
Yeah. So I have literally filled a giant box of doubles because I condensed my movie collection. I pulled all like the duplicates out from Blu-ray and DVD, kind of collated the whole thing, and I'll reclaim some shelf space back. So then I went on another little binge where I'm like, all right, cool, I can do like Steelbooks, why not? So, you know, like the Hunger Games 1 and 2, so I thought I bought those already in Steelbook, but apparently I didn't. You know, found an import of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's awesome. It's got the Alan Rickman robot on it, just going like this.
Great.
So I ordered Anchorman 1 and 2 Steelbook, another copy of the Raid because I don't think I'm ever getting mine back.
Yeah.
Oh geez, what else was in that order? Easy Rider, and what was the fourth title in that? Well, anyway, there were 4 Steelbooks I ordered, and it's, you know, and they came like Christmas because I ordered like a dozen from Amazon, which all came individually packed.
Amazing.
Like a dozen from Amazon, another like 5 or 6 from Best Buy. So I open all these up, and then the last one I open it up, and there it is. Knight Rider, the complete collection.
And you're just looking at it, you're like, did I order this?
And I'm like, what went wrong? Like, am I being... I'm looking around, I'm like, what?
You're waiting for Kit to burst through the wall. Gotcha, bitch.
I'm like, what? And then I go online and I check, like, okay, it says delivered 10/28. I'm like, no, this wasn't delivered 10. And so I dig in the box, I find the packing slip, and it has someone else's name and address in Georgia, from not even from Best Buy, but from Deep Discount DVD. And I'm like, I haven't ordered anything from that for years.
This couldn't get more wrong.
So then, and I'm like, I'm really confused right now. So then I flip over to the packing slip in the box. I was like, all right, bestbuy.com, ship to, and then deliver to, and it has my address. And I'm like, now I'm even more like befuddled.
Yeah.
I'm like, how?
What happened?
Like, how did the sticker get?
Right.
But it's from 2 different companies. Like, I don't know.
You won the contest, the randomly put in the mail Knight Rider collection.
So, but it says my delivery. I'm not buying this shit again.
Right.
And, like, all right, so how do I dispute that with Best Buy from a company that didn't even fulfill my order?
Right.
So I'm like, look, I opened the box. The packing slip was wrong. The contents was wrong. The only thing you got right was the box.
Right.
That the shit was supposed to come in. So, what? What do I do? I'm going to have a very interesting conversation with customer service here in a little bit.
I would just keep it. If they ever hunt you down, say, "Oh yeah, I have it right here. I was going to contact you guys any day now."
Because I had the thing where I'm like, look, all right. So I was thinking about, I was like, all right, so I have this guy's address. I can just box this and ship it to him, no problem.
Sure, yeah.
And, you know, be a good person.
Put a little note in there.
But yeah, I should put Love Kit on the note. Like,
I received this order incorrectly, human. Love Kit.
Practice my calligraphy a lot. yeah, so that I'm like, all right, so whatever. I gotta sort that out with Best Buy here. So today, I had another fucking crazy experience with Best Buy.
Oh god.
So Donnie's texting me, hey, what do you want to do? This beautiful out. What do you want to do? I was like, I don't know. You want to go on a windy walk on the fucking beach? He's like, ha ha ha, maybe. I'm like, fuck, Donnie, what do you want to do?
Just tell me what you want to do. Don't just be like, hey, bro.
So he's like, oh, we can go to the mall. This is an adult. We can either go
We
to
get
the
some
mall,
Orange Julius.
we can go get lunch, or or we can go Best Buy. I was like, all right, we can make a quick run to Best Buy.
Mimosas.
Yeah. So I'm zero plan. I'm just like I'm just gonna browse the wares because I'm trying to get this. He finally picked up Battlefield 1.
Nice.
So now we can
Hey,
play
dog
that.
bag.
So I get this going. So I'm going around and like all of a sudden I see there's the Hunter Cross Hunter blue, Steelbook. I'm like,
Ooh, nice.
you know what? I really don't want to buy it, but fuck it. It's whatever.
You're here. They have it in stock. Like,
I did not expect to see this on the shelf. I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, why not? So I was wandering around a little bit, and then there's like a Christmas section on. I'm like,
oh no.
all right. So I bought Christmas Story, Scrooged, Elf, and Polar Express
Yeah.
because that came out, and I'm like, oh, cool. This is on the shelf. I know this doesn't come out until the first.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is
Scoop
great.
it up.
So I'm like, all right. So we wander around a little bit more. We laugh at the dumbass floor biscuits, and one of them, like Donnie was looking for a wireless speaker for his TV, and she puts it on. It starts playing Shaft. so I just start dancing around the aisles and just like totally distracting everyone. They can't even have a civil conversation at this point because I'm just being a fucking moron. So it gets time to check out. So I'm like, I let Donnie check out, and it was a fucking ordeal for some reason. I'm like, all right. And damn it, I should have went first, Donnie. So I get up there, it rings up all the stuff, and she's like, I can't sell this to you. I'm like, it's on the shelf.
Do you not feel comfortable with it?
What? You check my ID for Polar Express? I mean, was this?
Is it because of the creepy CG? Is it now R-rated?
This is not in my system. I mean, I don't know what to do.
But I have it, and I have money.
But it's right here.
Right.
I mean, right here. It's right physically. It's in your hand.
Yeah.
What
it exists.
So anyway, so she's like, well, I don't know. It's like, right, just ring out the shit. I'll walk over to customer service. Maybe they'll let me reserve it.
Sure.
Like, okay, fine. So this whole thing, like, the line's getting longer and longer, and I'm getting really uncomfortable. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I want to go over there. At this point, like, it's crossing my mind, do I just throw this in the bag and walk out?
Right.
Like,
right. If it doesn't exist, it might not have one of those sensors on it. Who knows?
So I go over to customer service, and they're like, all right, I would like to reserve this. Set it on the table. Like, oh, okay, we can do that for you. And then they scan the UPC code. Nothing. Type in Polar Express. I don't see this in our system.
And you're just like, God,
I'm like,
just went through this.
Can I just get a Post-it note? I'm gonna write my name on it, and
My
I
phone
will
number
come back on Tuesday and pick it up.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do that, sir. This is in our system to pre-order. I'm like,
oh God, just put it under the counter.
There's a whole stack of them over there, like right now.
Right.
Why can't I do this? Well, sir, you just can't do it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
This would have happened at Suncoast.
Yeah. I'm like, well, you know what? Whatever. I'm out.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Do not have the patience for a movie I honestly really don't want to own.
And you know what's great too is they could have taken that as a cue. We're like, wait, he said they have a whole stack of them in the back. It's not in the system. Maybe we should have someone take them off the display, put them in the back of the store. But now the rest of their day is going to be somebody. Oh, I love Polar Express. What do you mean they don't have it in the system? I can't buy this. And it's just going to be like the rest of the day.
I hope this happens 9 more times during the course of a day.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
Let me talk to your manager.
I don't know if there was another one because I think I already have Christmas. I know I have Christmas Vacation already.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's bizarre. Like it's just like I don't understand what I mean. It's in my hand.
Right.
I should have just took it back. It's like, don't worry, I'll put it back.
Yeah, I got you.
And just walk out.
You should have just slammed it down and be like, I need you to call corporate.
Yeah.
Sort this out. Do you know who I am?
I've been keeping you afloat. I've spent $4,000 here this year.
I'm a Platinum Club VIP member.
Oh man, I was so like distraught. I'm like, I don't understand why I can't just buy this.
Yeah.
Why? I mean,
that's the problem when you deal with these chains, but there's no other solution. Like, you can't go down to the mom and pop store and just go like there was a place for everyone who was watching out in Menor, Ohio called the Record Den. Broke street date all the time for CDs. Yeah. And it was usually like you could pick up a CD 2 weeks before it was supposed to be out because they didn't use a computer. Your receipt was written on a piece of paper and handed to you. Like, so if a CD was going to be $15, and they knew it was because that's how much CDs are for. But like, you can't go to a mom and pop video store anymore and just like, oh, you guys have Polar Express early, and it's like, I don't know how much it is. It's like $15. I don't know, whatever. I know. Yeah. You're in here all the time. You can buy it early.
Oh yeah, and then they're like, well, that ended up being like $17. Like, okay, here's your $2.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, no big deal.
Just be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just like what the fuck.
Not on my computer.
And now I got to do the dumbass thing. Like on Tuesday, is it Tuesday or the 8th? I don't know. Whatever day Sausage Party. The fucking Target sucks.
Oh really?
Oh my gosh, you can't pre-order shit from them.
Oh,
I still haven't got the Highlander. I bought it like 6 months ago.
You're never getting it. Just wait till it shows up at Best Buy and you can buy it there.
No, because it's like exclusive, like the exclusive Mondo cover.
God, I hate that. Stupid Mondo.
Come on, how else am I going to get Queen and Swords?
As soon as you find it in Target in store, it will show up to your house the next day.
You know, and I'm kicking myself for not buying Pixel Steelbook because apparently that one's really rare already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's going for like $90.
Jeez. Well, I bet they didn't make too many copies of that.
Yeah, that's why I buy them.
Yeah. Well, and they all look cool. There's very few Steelbooks where you look at it and you're like, that doesn't look cool.
Where's my orders here? All right, let's sign in.
Dimebag says, LMAO, I don't really want to own it, but I'll buy 3 copies. Yeah. That's accurate. You've watched enough pre-shows to know what's going on.
Oh, man. Shut up and take my money. Oh, okay, yeah. So I have Star Trek, The Raid Redemption Blu-ray, which is one of my favorite looking steelbooks. Easy Rider and Anchorman 1 and 2 steelbook.
Oh, nice.
And like I'm going through like the steelbook releases, like I Google just steelbooks and stuff, and just kind of look at them like, ooh.
There is at least a site or a subreddit out for people like you. They're like, yeah, steelbooks.
There is. I found it.
Yeah.
And that's what I judge my purchasing off of.
Yeah.
So what I'm going for, and then every once in a while, there's one that just comes out. I'm like, I gotta have it.
Yep. Yeah. As soon as you look at it, you're like, yep, give me. I need it.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, everyone in chat. It's a pretty normal pre-show here. Usually this happens before we live stream. We're doing this early this week because my wife and I still haven't had our baby. So she could come at any point at this point. So knowing my luck, it would happen tomorrow during the show. So I'm very excited for her to arrive, but most most first-time mothers deliver late. So, what's one movie you gotta have? I saw that when I saw the Scott Pilgrim Steelbook. I think that's the only Steelbook Blu-ray I have. But I saw it and I was like, yep, I gotta have that one. That's gotta be mine. Alright, dogs are back. Procession. Hey, congratulations. Alright, what'd you bring?
So, and this is Future Shop, which apparently is the Canadian Best Buy.
Yeah.
But how do you not... Alright, so...
Oh, man. Okay.
I mean, how do you not buy that?
That's super cool.
And same thing with this one, like Hitchhikers.
Yeah. That's
Come
great.
on.
I like the slipcase on the Pan's Labyrinth one.
Yeah, all the Mondo covers ones have it. Like, I got the Dread one and Flash Gore.
Nice.
Apparently I got a thing for Queen.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Flash! Every one of us. Hawkman, dive!
Alright, you ready to kick this thing off?
Yeah.
Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of That Video Game Podcast. I'm your host, Boston, and joining me, as always, is Knobs.
What's up?
Let's just dive right into it. Knobs, what have you been playing this past week?
Alright, well, Monday Night Battlefield. Well, 2 of us played Battlefield, the rest of them played Horde mode.
It's alright, just patience is the key.
No, 3 of us. Oh, it was an old guy came back. I can't remember his name now. Shoot. I can't remember it. I'm so disappointed.
Apologies, community member.
Yeah, and we haven't played with him in a while. And he all of a sudden he just hops in. It's like,
Let me look at my notes here.
Yeah, I'll pull this up. No, Battlefield 1's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That game just looks ridiculous.
Which mode did you play on Monday?
We were playing Conquest.
Okay.
The normal.
Apples and bananas?
Yeah. Oh, Maximus Prime. There we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Maximus Prime and Tom Gamer and myself all played Battlefield 1. Soon to be joined by Donnie if I make sure he picked that up finally.
I play Destiny with Maximus Prime a lot on PS4.
Yeah, because he couldn't remember how to join a game.
Right.
So, but this message thread got kind of long. Yeah, so, man, that game's good. Took some tags. I got bayoneted charged a few times.
Nice. Which
is an awesome moment, even if you're on the receiving end of it, because I play with the headphones on because it's my new, I use it as a headset. That way I won't destroy another one.
Right.
Because the only easy way to pull those headsets on and off is actually pulling the cord.
Oof.
But so got really good sound with the first party Xbox headset, which I really like those. The over the ear.
Oh right.
The over the ear headsets. So all of a sudden you hear someone just going, ah, and you're like, wait, they came. You turn around and just in enough time for them to go plunk. And I'm like,
it got me.
Oh well,
man.
But everything in that game is good. Oh
yeah, just still clicking with you.
It's something like it's a game I never thought I needed to play.
Right.
Like set in World War I. Like the guns are really rudimentary. It's like they're just figuring out automatic weapons.
Right.
So one of them has like a clip that starts like here's the gun, like the clip goes in this way, and it's like hanging off and like wobbling as you're running. Right. But as it goes through, like and it comes out the other side is this big trail.
Oh right.
Like the rail goes through it.
That's cool.
It's really cool. Um, but yeah, like playing with those guns and stuff, and man, that sniper rifle, just the sound and the pull, like after like the crazy little box that you scope that just looks ridiculous. So you pull it and it goes like, it has this really like king, and the shell flies out. It looks so cool, and the sound and the feel of it is unbelievable. Like they don't have the range that they did in Battlefield 4.
Sure.
So, which makes a huge difference. Like you're not going to hit many people over 300 meters,
right?
Because those guns just didn't have the velocity to get the
they
bullet.
They didn't do that.
But yeah, I mean, I spawned one in one episode in the Dreadnought in the sea, so I'm just like raining artillery down on these things, blowing up tanks. It's craziness.
That sounds so good.
Absolute craziness, in the best ways. Man. Love it. It's so much fun. Yeah, so I need to get more people with Battlefield 1 because that game is going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. Xbox One, 10 p.m. EST, Monday.
Yep. Monday night, 10 p.m. ST, and there are plenty of spots available for that night.
Yep.
Just normal pounding through my mobile games. Some Nonstop Night, Stickman Golf. Animation Domination has really got its hooks into me now. Like, I am grinding the crap out of that game.
Yeah.
I finally unlocked S&M Peter.
So many good references.
It's the best. Like they even had from the most recent Halloween episode of Bob's Burgers, Sandwich Tina.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Well, Tina becomes a witch, and instead of just being a witch for Halloween, she was a sandwich. I was just in a loaf of bread.
So good.
Oh, it's fantastic. Like I finally got a bunch of was it rare, epic, and legendary. So I have I got a legendary Luis.
Nice.
Not legendary, epic Luis, Boomhauer, and I got another one in there that was really good. Oh, Pimperoo. Which I completely forgot about.
That's a cut, man.
So, and Fry under Super Slurm, where he's just like irradiated with Slurm.
That's a good one too.
Like it's just there's so many great things in this. I still can't beat Beef Squatch.
One day.
My deck just isn't strong enough.
Yeah. Like
I am like pounding through it, and I didn't realize the character you use as your main guy makes a huge difference. Because I was unlocking, like I had like a level 4 Brian, like got enough of those little chips to upgrade Brian to level 4. I'm like, huh. And like the perks you get, the more stacked your character is, are insane.
Oh.
Like I came across in regular PvP where I ran into someone that was a level 4, Gene, like African Gene.
So good.
That's
a great episode.
And then like the burlap thing with big Africa and the colors on it. So I came across him, but he has one of his skills is he'll heal everyone every turn.
Oh, jeez.
So it's almost like if he gets Beef Squatch up on the board, which gets Rage 5 every time he hits something.
Yeah, you're done.
Next thing you know, like he's up to 30, and there's nothing you can put in front of him that's not going to annihilate you too.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out a way to nerf him down. But man, I'm playing like these challenges, like. And if you hop at the challenge in the first round is the only time you're going to get to unlock those cards, because you have little trophies that you earn every win, and X number of trophies unlocks a different tier, because there's 4 tiers. There's like 1, 4, 1, 5, 10, and 15 in that first run. And then once that event ends, and this is in like the thing with the carousel with the Squiddy Stewie, once that event ends, that currency's still good, but you got to grind out like the last 2 are, I think, 40 and 60 trophies to unlock the ability to buy them, and one's like 1,000, the other one's 3,000 for the right card.
Jeez.
So Bob Jean's going to cost me 3,000, except I need to earn 60 wins in that event once it reopens again.
Oh, okay.
Same thing with Joe Fry, even though the Peter one just ended. So I can't do that. So I just kind of spent all that currency out because there's no way I'm going to be able to get these. But I was able to beat the one with Louise in it to get S&M Peter for Halloween.
Oh, okay. So basically it's encouraging you as soon as you see that, you have to drop everything else, and that's that's your focus.
Every time your power recharges, you grind that out as fast as you can.
Yeah.
I finally just got through all 10 worlds. I've gold 10 worlds right now. No, or was it 5? I think it was 5.
Still a lot.
Yeah, so I golded 5 worlds and got my extra bonus points or whatever, and you got to get those ads. The only way your drop rate's going to be even remotely okay.
Yeah, just watch the 3 ads.
If not, I mean, you're going to get junk white cards.
Well, I think each ad is like 30 to 60 seconds. You watch 3 of them, and it's good for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, so I mean, the amount of time it takes is pretty minimal. You make a sandwich while ads are playing in the background.
Oh, not even that. Like they're over quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been playing that like a crap ton. Like I go through all my energy as soon as I get the notification that I'm recharged, ready to go. I'm back in it, just pound it out, and I'm only like it's maybe 15 minutes worth of playtime.
Yeah, it's not like you're sitting there for 2 hours.
No, and I have it on ×4 autoplay right now.
Yeah.
So the only bad thing with the events is when you lose, it takes 2 trophies away. So then you got to win twice as much, or at least 3 to get +1 again.
Yikes.
So just make sure your deck's leveled up, and I'm running a huge shortage of giggity watts to upgrade my cards. So I am scrapping a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Just to keep things moving, and I've got a lot of blue cards that I don't want to get rid of.
Yeah, exactly. It'd probably give you a lot of giggity watts, but you don't want to. As long as they're not dupes, you don't want to get rid of them.
Well, exactly. But even the dupes, I'm having trouble getting rid of dupes because I'm fusing those cards.
Oh right, I forgot you could combine the stuff together
to make them even more powerful, which is eating up a lot of giggity watts because once you fuse a card, I think your first upgrade's 20. I think the last one will be like 60.
Yeah.
60 gigawatts to get it back up to its full capacity. But that card is just so much more powerful, even with one fuse on it. So yeah, so I've just been eating a chunk of my day, just doing that, and probably all be told, spread out through the day, maybe an hour's worth of gameplay. But
sure, yeah.
The game is so good, so funny. So funny. Diner waitress Peter. I stumbled on an epic Peter, and I am just every time I get a chance to fuse that card with something to research it, it's all I'm researching is Peter right now.
Yeah.
Because the Maltese Ale, I think I've got everyone that could possibly be in there except for the new epics that I just unlocked. So that card's a powerhouse. Same thing with Bad Tina, man, she has a rage of 3, so every time she hits something, it goes up 3 hit points.
Yeah,
she's like a killer in that. So once you get, I think her hit points start off at 9, so 9, 12, 15, 18. There's nothing standing in front of it.
Yeah,
she's just crushing things.
Man.
So that is, man, I can't believe I'm enjoying this card battle this month because the cards are so good.
Well, the underlying game is really well designed too. It's not just like it's not like a quick cash cow, and either you have to pay a bunch of money to get the good cards, or you can't compete, or it's just not well designed. It's at its core, it both loves Fox animation shows, and it's a really well designed card game.
Oh yeah, it's a great card battler. And it's fun. It makes sense what works and what doesn't, and just seeing these random combinations are just great. I just unlocked Epic Wrestling, and then there's Stan and Roger wrestling, all oiled up and stuff. Roger's got the little headgear on for ears he doesn't have. Like,
It's really good.
They're so funny. They're all so funny.
Yeah.
And then the last game I played this week was I couldn't get him to break street date for me, so I only have today in Titanfall 2.
Okay.
This campaign so far is awesome.
That's what I heard.
It is just awesome. Like even the tutorial was really cool. Like just to revisit, get your feet wet again, gives you a chance to run a gauntlet a few times just to get your mobility and your timing and stuff and whatnot back. I haven't got the grappling hook yet, which I can't wait to get that thing.
Man, I loved that in the beta or whatever it was.
Oh, it looks good.
Felt really great to just be like, oh, I can't jump over. Wait, I have a grappling hook. Yeah.
Just add even more verticality to those levels.
Yep.
Like, it's the Titan has such a great AI style personality that he's your buddy. Like
in the single player?
Yes, in the single player. Like he's your buddy.
That's really
like,
cool.
Like you actually you have some sort of attachment to that, which it makes it seems relatively right from the get-go. It makes sense why pilots are special.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Like, even in the intro, it tells you that they are the juggernauts of the battlefield. Like they're more skilled, they have better equipment, but they are absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
And it's told from like you start off as just a regular gunner or rifleman, so you're just a regular grunt in the game, and like you're like, man, one day I'll be that.
Yeah. And
then you get the opportunity to, not the opportunity, but the I guess an opportunity.
Like fate lands in your lap.
Circumstances, like you knew you were going to end up in a Titan because it's a game.
Right.
But the way it's presented and how it comes to be, the guy that's training you, you get his Titan.
Oh, cool.
So you already have this little bit of attachment to it. It's just, man. And I like the way the loadouts are working in the single player, that you don't have to worry about all the customization. Your loadout is tied to the weapon you're using.
Mm.
So, the one has the shield that you drop, the shield wall you drop in front of you, and then like every the overdrive I think it's overdrive, whatever it is that you build up over the course of using your Titan is just crazy house. And like your rocket pods are different between that. The other one shoots like different bullets and whatnot. The ninja star that turns into this weird like molten lava thing that pops up.
Jeez.
Is cool. Like, man, the guns feel great. Like I found some laser weapon where I'm exploding dudes. Like, it's bananas.
Wow.
It is a lot of fun to run around this world. Like, this is what this game needed to be the first time around.
Yeah.
Just this really tight, solid campaign just to get used to moving around and manipulating and using the Titans themselves.
Well, and kind of doing, even if you're not good with the PvP, you still get an opportunity to do the cool stuff. You can see the dudes playing in PvP that are getting, they're going into a match and they're doing, 17-1 KD ratio. And you're like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm the other. I'm 1 in 17. But, like, at least in the campaign, I can throw flaming lava ninja stars and I can do the cool stuff.
Yeah, that's right up there with the machine gun that shoots shurikens and lightning. Like, it's...
Right.
Like, it's like you're like Painkiller powerful.
Right.
And all the Titans are so well designed. The antagonist just seemed really good, even though like I was really confused in the first game. Which side was the bad side again? Like,
right.
Never really understood which way that went. But this one is a pretty clear delineation on who's the bad guy, who's the good guys. And I really hope you get to play from the flip side of it at some point.
That'd be cool.
That way there's some duality, like, oh, who's to say what's right or wrong type of conversation that you would have in the game.
Guys?
Yeah. America.
A little bit of depth there.
But gameplay's flawless.
Good.
That is, man, can Respawn make and tune a shooter.
I mean, that was the one thing that I think everyone coming out of the first Titanfall was saying, like, okay, this plays really well. It's still a Respawn shooter. It is tight. The multiplayer is really great. There's just not enough there. And, you know, a guy that used to work for me at my last job, he kept prestiging, or whatever they called it in that game, all the way up until he hit the max. And even at that point, he was just like, man, I don't know. Like, there just wasn't enough variety of stuff, or some of the challenges were a little too crazy. I'm glad to hear that not only do they have the single player, but they have more Titans. They just have more stuff in the game overall. That's really what that game needed.
Yeah, it just needed more stuff. Like, I always look back at that. Pretty much Titanfall 1 was the multiplayer beta test for that game.
Yep.
Can this work? And you know what? Yes, it can work.
Well, and I think that's why people were so... Some people were upset, but I might say frustrated instead about the multiplayer beta for Titanfall 2, was because they changed too many things. Like, the problem with Titanfall 1 wasn't that it was a bad game or a bad shooter, it just needed more content. That's all Titanfall needed to be. Just put more stuff in the game, and just take that core you have, and just wrap it with more delicious chocolate.
Well, and that's part of the reason why it's clicking so well with me right now, is I had put Titanfall away so long ago.
Yeah.
That this is all new and fresh again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is exciting.
Good.
The year of the shooter continues.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear, probably next week after you've had a sort of a full week with it. You know, I think it's been a good couple of weeks for shooters between Gears of War 3, Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2. I'm curious to hear next week which one you think has sort of come out on top.
Oh, well, it's going to be Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Well, that's true, year of the shooter.
That almost happened today, by the way.
I don't doubt it's going to happen.
Almost.
It's just a matter of time. It's a when, not an if.
That's going to be a layoff time game for me, and it's going to be... It's going to be horrible.
It will be. The Dark Winter.
Oh, no. Oh, the Tree of Life is not going to save me. But Titanfall 2, it's... Man, the game is just cool.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't an ounce in that game, like, just running around this and really just opens you up and just sets you free.
Just moving in those games just feels so good.
Yeah, it's almost like it almost spoils other shooters because you want that sense of mobility.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
I want a wall run in every game because it's awesome.
Well, it sort of, for me, it felt like some great 3D like platformer games of the PS1, PS2, 360 era, where you just get that sense of movement. It just feels, like the Prince of Persia for 360, when you could get that timing down for everything, and just kind of flow through the environment. That's what Titanfall does really well, is it makes these complicated looking things easy and they feel good, like double jumping onto a billboard to then triangle jump between two of the other ones and then grapple to the top building and like swing around it to then rodeo a Titan and destroy it. Like, that looks super cool, and it was pretty easy to do.
Yeah, like everyone can, I don't say everyone, but at some point you will acquire that skill set to perform those type of maneuvers.
Yep.
And that's where I was so frustrated because I felt so stymied in Mirror's Edge that the ease of the flow, the thing you want to keep the momentum moving forward and going through stuff. Like, come on, like you do like a triple wall run, double jump off the side of a billboard, and then and then boost off, jump, your little glide, scoot jump in through a window is almost effortless.
Yeah. You want to do it, and you're like, oh, I should glide in that window. And you just do it. It just happens.
And it gives you enough of a threshold that you can grab a ledge. Like, it's...
that was one of my problems with Mirror's Edge, too. As much as I enjoyed that game, you never felt like there were too many times where you're like, okay, the line is drawing me up to this thing up here, so I need to go and I need to jump on this thing and turn around and jump back off, and I need to do that up this thing, but every once in a while,
no, there's a pebble. I stop.
yeah, or like every once in a while it just won't work for no reason, and it's just like you have to have that consistency.
Right. But Titanfall does. I mean, that game moves. Man, does that move?
Yeah.
I want that mobility in an Unreal tournament.
Yeah, I'm still really I'm really interested to see what the new Unreal is going to turn out to be. I haven't heard anything from it. God, most of this year. I know it's still in early access, community development and all that, but I kind of want to keep eyes off of that until it's at least in beta.
Yeah. I mean, like, it just has to have a tournament ladder in it.
Well, the good part is, even if the game doesn't, someone will mod it in. So, this one will.
Or they're trying to figure out how to make that work in VR without making you sick.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a version of Quake 1 in VR, which to me just sounds like a vomit factory. That game moves way too fast. Like, put Quake 3 in VR, that's even worse.
Oh. Team Arena?
Yeah. Imagine hitting one of those jump pads and you're just like, blur. Nope, can't, nope.
I bet that giant flaming skull look really cool, though.
That's true. Just make VR out of that. So let me walk around the skull. Let me walk around the Quake 2 logo. That's all I want.
But I am really shopping for parts right now to build that VR unit.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go. That's gonna be the winter project for me.
And you're going to go with a Vive, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think for me, if you have the money, that seems to be the experience that seems to be the best experience. I know Oculus unveiled their touch controllers. They're like $200, which is way too much money. But they also Valve showed off their new controllers. I don't think we talked about that recently, but you hold them differently so it can kind of tell individual finger touches. You hold them in the palm of your hand, as opposed to it like straps in your hand differently, so you can, with your individual digits, can touch the controller.
Man, that's going to be a whole new skill to learn.
It's going to be like, to me, it's going to be like, how long is it until someone makes one of those typing robots from Ghost in the Shell, where the fingers split out and they're like 30 fingers just typing? I'd play that. Yeah, so we'll chart your progress this winter. The great VR build. All right, anything else you played this week?
Nope, that's it.
All right, I haven't played a ton this week because we're just kind of waiting. I did Platinum Ratchet and Clank, which...
Well, that didn't take long.
No, I did it probably a couple hours after we did the episode. I only had like 5 trophies left to do. 2 of them were... just like the first game, there were hoverboard races. And one was, beat the lap time, finish the race on the hardest difficulty on one in like under 2 minutes and 35 seconds. That was easy. I did it like 1:45. That one was super easy. But the other one was finish the race in 1 minute 35 seconds. So it's all 3 laps in under 1:30. I tried for, I think, 2 hours before I did it, and I think I finished it at like 1:34.5. Like, it was just by the skin of my teeth on that race. And the other ones I had were just kind of annoying ones. I had gotten the one annoying trophy in that game was you need to use the Groovatron on every type of enemy.
Okay.
But the sort of pain in the butt thing is you don't get it until about halfway through the game. So you have to do it on a second playthrough, and it kind of remembers some of the enemies from your first playthrough, but there's no in-game indication of how many enemies you've done.
Oh, or what's your progress rate?
Yeah, so, like, I just hit it randomly at one point because I hadn't scanned. There's this one sequence where you're riding on this train, and these 2 tentacles are only there in that one sequence once, and I forgot those on my first playthrough because I didn't have the thing. So that was a little bit annoying. Kind of fun to get, but I like using the Groovitron, but a little bit of a pain. And the other ones were, beat challenge mode, level Ratchet up to the highest level. The one that was really grindy was level up all the weapons to level 10 and fill in all their little upgrade bubbles. That just took time, and that's not... Yeah. That, for me, isn't anything that has ever been that fun. I did it in the PS2 ones because you could carry your save to the next game, and they're like, oh, because you got this, you get upgraded weapons and more bolts, and you can unlock the Rhino faster in the next game. So it was fine. I did it for the Platinum, and I'm hoping for the next game you can carry some of that stuff forward like you used to be able to. But yeah, I didn't really change my opinion of it. It's still good. I'm hoping they kind of strike gold with the next one, but this one was fine. It was a pretty perfect GameFly rental. In a week I platinumed the game and I sent it back, and GameFly's going to send me my next game.
Hey, what's next on your queue?
I just got so they actually have a mobile app now where you can manage your queue on your phone and everything. It's kind of nice. But the thing that I use it for is it sends you a push notification when they receive your game, and then when they ship your next game. And I'm gonna get Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens. So, which I know adds some things to the formula. So I'm hopefully gonna get it today because I kind of want something to play. So maybe next week we'll talk about it. What else have I... Oh, I fired up Risk of Rain again on PS4. For some reason I hadn't played it. I didn't really have any trophies. And when I looked, I hadn't really played it that much for some reason.
Really? It sort of sounded like you played it a lot.
I played it a lot on PC when it came out originally. And I think when it came out on PS4, I was maybe still a little burnt out from that, because some of the achievements are pretty difficult. Hi, dog. So I've mostly been playing that. It's really good. It's a really good game that you can pause and come back to it, and you haven't really lost anything. I haven't played a lot of Destiny this week because you can't pause Destiny. So
right.
Which is, in the coming months, going to be a real problem for Destiny for me. But I did have one really good Risk of Rain run that took over 2 hours, and it was like 5 or 6 sittings. But I collected like 183 items. It was the most overpowered run I've ever had. And the cool thing about Risk of Rain, that I almost wish Binding of Isaac would do, is the whole thing you're supposed to do in each Risk of Rain level is find the teleporter, activate it, kill the boss and all of the enemies that spawn, and then go to the next level. In Risk of Rain, when you get to the 4th level, you get to a teleporter that looks different, and either you can hit triangle to go to the last level, or you can hit square to start the loop of levels back over. But it'll be harder, it'll start spawning bosses as regular enemies, but you'll start getting better and better and better stuff. So I just started going through the game again, and I got through like to loop 3 before I just got one-shotted by a boss. It hit me for like, I had 1,500 health, which is really high. You start out with 100, and it hit me for like 20,000. So there was just, I had met my limit with that game. One of my cats just fell out the window. Hi, buddy, are you okay? Yeah, there's no space up there for you. Yeah, you're fine. Just embarrassed. So yeah, Risk of Rain is still great. It's the PS4 port is really good. The music is still incredible, and it's still a really tough, really good roguelike. And if there's anything that I really like, it's one of those.
What? You?
Not me. hate those roguelikes. Last game I played, we're in the final week of Marvel Avengers Academy's 5-week Halloween event. I have to give them a ton of kudos this time. With every event, they've really improved stuff a lot, and the thing they did in this event is they made the line between free-to-play, which I am now, and pay-to-play very, very, very clear. So you can look at the interface in the game for the event, and everything that you basically have to pay shards for to get has a gold background, and it's sort of set off to the side, and everything that's normal just looks like the rest of the stuff. And there's even for unlockable characters, the whole thing about this was there weren't a lot of characters in this one. It was Moon Knight, Misty Knight. The premium character was Ghost Rider. The other premium character was Blade, which is going to be impossible for most people to get, which is good because he looks dumb. The whole idea was you're gathering Halloween costumes for a whole bunch of the Avengers students. So like the Hulk's is Mad Scientist Hulk. He has like this big shock of white hair. He has like a ripped, like nerdy lab coat on with a little pocket protector and everything. A lot of them are pretty good. But the whole thing wasn't collecting characters this time. It was more collecting those costumes, and it's very clear. Even the chests you have to open, here are the free-to-play ones, here are the pay-to-play ones, and the reward for getting everything for pay-to-play is Blade, and the reward for getting everything free-to-play, which I am so far away from getting, is Jack-O-Lantern, which is not a Marvel character I know anything about, but thematically appropriate, I guess. So I have to give them a lot of credit. They had a lot of fun, and I think they did a really good job this event of keeping those lines really clear, because in past events it's been like, oh, I can just get that character, and you start doing the math, and it's like, oh no, well I'd have to do all this stuff with all this money just to get this dude it looks like I should be able to get, and that's sort of separate from characters you just pay shards for. So I got to give them credit that I think that's a really huge improvement for this. So I can just say, all right, I can ignore this half of the event. I'm not gonna play anything in that. This half of the event is where peons and plebes like me are gonna party. So they keep improving, and I gotta give them a lot of credit for that. At the end, it's still Marvel Avengers Academy, so not a ton to talk about there. But that's all I'm playing this week. So let's take a break.
All right.
What were you looking up?
Oh, I was looking up Jack-O-Lantern.
Yeah.
I kind of thought he was a Ghost Rider character, but apparently he's Spider-Man.
Oh, was he like a D-tier Spider-Man villain?
Yeah. In the vein of, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin.
That makes sense.
And yeah, I remember that one episode. Yeah, I remember that issue where it's actually like his face is carved out.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so I got whatchamacallit, theater tickets tonight.
Okay.
And I gotta meet her by 6, so that means I gotta leave at 5:30.
So how much time?
Which, like, 10 minutes.
Do you want to do releases and then just cut this loose and we can save this stuff for next week?
Yeah.
We don't really have any tweets or emails, so I can just say, like, hey, we're out of time.
Alrighty.
Plus, a lot of these news stories would be really chatty ones, so I'll save it for next week. I'd hate for us to just kind of skip right through them.
Yeah. Even though Titanfall without a season pass, probably a good idea.
2 thumbs up for that one.
Alrighty. Alright, you ready?
Ready.
Alright, ready in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody. We got releases this week for October 31st, 2016.
Ooh.
Well, we can just call that November.
Spooky.
Blaze Blue, Central Fiction for the PlayStation 4 and PS3.
I keep meaning to look this up because when I read Central Fiction, I'm like, oh, right, it's a visual novel. I think it's just another regular Blaze Blue game. So
yes.
I ran out of time to look it up before this episode, but
Alrighty.
One of the two is correct.
Owlboy for the PC.
This, I don't know if you remember this game, Knobs. This was announced as part of the Xbox Live Indies program for 360 8 years ago.
Wow, I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's finally out, and apparently it's been under development for about 10 years. Apparently it's incredible.
Oh.
It's a platformer where you're an owl boy, and apparently it's just this beautiful pixel art, and apparently it is just a really tight 16-bit style platformer.
All right.
Yeah.
And lastly, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare for the PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Call of Duty in space.
You're the shooter. Are you going to pick this one up?
No.
I keep looking at it and think like, man, I like space a lot. I like shooting stuff in space. I play a lot of Destiny. I'm not going to spend $60 on it because I won't play the multiplayer. I won't play zombies. Like, the single player is really the only thing I play.
This seems like a rental.
Yeah, but unfortunately, GameFly won't have it in stock for a couple months, so maybe 2017 I'll rent it and say, like, yeah, I got to shoot a bunch of dudes in space. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And unfortunately, that's all we have this week. News stories and emails and tweets are going to have to wait. Both of us are unfortunately a little bit out of time. For those of you that are listening to the audio version, my wife and I are waiting for our daughter to be born any day now. And Knobs has an appointment to go to, so we're recording this early, and unfortunately we're a little bit out of time. So
yep.
If you'd like to visit us, you can do so at tvgp.tv. Everything else is on the right-hand side of the page. Yep,
don't forget to join the forum. Please mark yourself on the map. Join us for our week's game nights. That is Monday night, 10 p.m. EST on the Xbox One. Probably looking for Battlefield 1, folks.
Yep.
Tuesdays, Destiny. Wednesday, Rocket League, both on the PlayStation 4 at around 10 p.m. EST. Thursday, Steam game night. And Friday through the weekend, come find us, play some games.
This month's Game Club game is The Saboteur. I think that's still going on. I haven't had time to pay attention to it. I'm sorry. And don't forget to watch the show live, twitch.tv/E1M1 Network, or on Hitbox, Beam, or YouTube. Basically, just search E1M1 on each one of those, and you'll find us. We'll see you all next week.
Laters.
Alright, I have 3 titles. I don't know if you have any.
I do not.
I have Apples and Bananas. Everything in that game is good, which is a title I like. And Painkiller Powerful.
Painkiller Powerful.
You like that one? It's fun to say. I'll circle that one.
Yeah, I like that
Plus,
one.
Plus, anytime we can talk about Painkiller.
I know, we love that game.
Never a bad time. Alright, starting in 3, 2, 1. This is That Video Game Podcast, episode 471 for October 31st, 2016. Painkiller Powerful.
Shoot them telephone poles.
Saying that, I really appreciate that I have a pop filter. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching live. We appreciate it. Thank you for the handful of peeps joining us a little bit early. We won't be back tomorrow. Sorry. We'll be back next week. All right. See you guys.
Well, later.